Hi lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Stronad and here is Bellistic G's where I spill it all. Guys, don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys. This video is actually going viral on TikTok where this Kirk is actually referring to black people as people that is not qualified in anything they do. Guys, I was just able to put up some stitch as well as the videos when he said all of this. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and by the end of the video I'll be leaving my own thoughts. All right, lovelies, let's get into the video.
I'm sorry if I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has created.
I'm sorry if I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has created.
I agree with Charlie Kirk. If I get on a plane and I see the pilot is black, I'm going to be wondering, too, if he's qualified or not. And he probably won't be because all this DEI stuff. You hire people based on merit, not the color of their skin. And wasn't it Martin Luther the King who said we judge by the content of the character, not the color of their skin? The only black pilot I'd trust is Denzel Washington because he landed that plane when he was 3 sheets to the wind drunk. Now with this DEI, they could probably hire some black pilot and they're up there drinking and they can't land a plane like Denzel could. And it don't stop there. They hire unqualified mechanics just because they're black. And then they don't know how to put a door on correctly and you're up 30,000 feet in the air and the dadgum door fly off. So now what's next? You're just going to give everybody on the plane a parachute because you're afraid of being anti-woke, and if the door flies off, people just have to jump out and hope that the parachute open. Hire people based on skill, not the color of their skin, because I don't want to be all flustered and weary when I get on a plane just because the pilot's black and I don't know if he's been hired just because he's black and he doesn't have the qualifications to fly the dadgum thing. Stay prayed up, patriots, just in case you end up on a plane and the pilot's black.
Then who are you? What do you believe, Charlie Kirk? Because you know what I think when I see a white guy of medium to low intelligence with a huge audience because he spews racist and other bigoted ideas? I think they've been handed everything they've ever had. Do you know how difficult it probably was for that black pilot to get where they are? Don't project your shit onto them. Just because your path to fame and fortune was paved with gold doesn't mean that's how it's been for everybody else. Bigoted ideas? I think they've been handed
So this guy's shitting on Charlie Kirk for his comment about Charlie Kirk said if my pilot is black, I will wonder if he has like the right qualifications. And then this guy's like, Charlie Kirk's an idiot and he's been handed everything, blah, blah. And look, shit on Charlie Kirk all you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a Charlie Kirk fan. I don't listen to the guy. But I've seen this quote making the rounds in TikTok. And so separating the guy from what he's saying, what is the claim that Charlie's making? He's saying that if you see someone who's black, you're going to wonder if they're as qualified. So the question then becomes, why would somebody think that? No, number one would just be that they're racist and they think that, black people are less capable or something. That would be obviously the lowest level take, because anyone who's been in the world at all knows there's plenty of highly capable, intelligent black people in probably any field that they've experienced. So is there any chance that there's something else at work here? Now, what I'm about to say might make you feel a certain way, but just listen to the simple facts of it and then see if you can engage with the facts and not think about how you feel about, oh, it's a white guy saying this or something. The standards for getting into med school, for example, academically are lower for black and Latino students, i.e., if a student was Asian and had grades at this level, the chance of getting into a med school are way lower than if they were black or something like that. I'm not saying that's good or bad. Forget any moral judgment. This is just the way it is. Now, I don't know if this applies to being a pilot or something, but it applies to getting into colleges. There's a different set of standards for, black, Latino, white, Asian, and a bunch of, there was that Asian lawsuit against, I think it was like Harvard and Yale and stuff like that, basically saying being an Asian was counted against them in the fucking process. That they had to do even better. So there is actually a reason why somebody would go, oh, I wonder if this person is less qualified. The reason somebody might think that is because if the standards are lower to get into something for just one group, then you have an actual logical reason to think, oh, I wonder if they were like a worse student that benefited from their race to get in here. Now, there's a lot in there to unpack. There's a lot. Like what? Like grades aren't everything, first of all. And of course they're not. We all know plenty of people that might have not done well in school and are brilliant and successful and stuff. But I'm just talking again about just the facts of the standards of admissions. And I don't think that, here's a problem with any of this, is that once you lessen the standards for one group to get into something, again, med school, whatever, college, then you also can compromise the people that are achieving at a very high level, and they're going, wait a minute, I didn't need the lower bar just because I'm black. I'm achieving, but everybody gets risked. That wonder, is this a diversity hire, or is this real skills? This is the downside of some of these programs. And again, I'm not saying that they are right or wrong. Forget my own assessment of them. I'm just talking about the reality of this and the reality of people. And people might not want to say this to you, but if you get enough hires for something where you go, that wasn't really deserved, but they got it because of their skin color, you are actually doing damage to the capable people that just happen to have that skin color. This is what we call the law of unintended consequences, aka the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So I think that it's disingenuous to say that the only reason somebody would wonder about those qualifications is just because they're racist. Race is already being factored into the admissions programs of all kinds, and the standards are different based on your skin color. So people will start to absorb that and realize that and notice that. And then to call them racist, it's just not that simple. That's disingenuous. Again, forget Charlie Kirk, fuck Charlie Kirk, who cares about him? But this is a phenomenon that a lot of people out in the world, they're not going to be honest with you about this because they're going to be scared of the racist tag that comes with it. But the way we make progress here isn't by lying to each other about this stuff. It's by being real about, a break in one area is going to have now, again, if you believe that, hey, that black student may have had, challenges and their story means that they have a admissions profile that is far more than their grades. I get that point, and I know that point to be true in the world. That is a real thing. I'm not making up a hypothetical. What I just described is real. And yet, I also know black kids from privilege. I do. They have more money than I do. This is just a reality. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but they also get the break. Okay, that's just interesting. That's something worth discussing. And this isn't just about race either. This could be applied to, this debate was over athletes. What break should they get? Legacy kids, what break should they? I'm not just saying this, but I don't know. Are there legacy doctors? I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know enough about med school, but I do know for a fact that the standards, if you are black applying to medical school, are just lower. And if if you think that's just purely a good thing, God bless you. If you think it's the worst thing in the world, God bless you. You can have any opinion you want, but it's important to engage with the reality of it first. And that reality does have real world consequences in terms of how people analyze, what they're looking at. I know this is a complicated issue. I know there's issue of, well, what about that, white kid who got tutors and stuff like that? And that's why they have higher test scores. And maybe they're not actually, this is all true. This is all true. My hope is that at a certain point, real equality will mean like real equality. But the problem is people start from such different, places in America that we have all these patchwork solutions to try to equalize it. And it is a very tricky thing to try to figure out what's too much, what's too little, where in the process, kindergarten, high school, grad school, whatever. But yeah, I just thought that this issue, the pilots thing, brought up something, and I saw a lot of this is the classic thing. You'll see a guy like Charlie Kirk come along and make a comment like that, and he is hateable and he is an asshole, and I don't even like his face, whatever. But you'll see a lot of white people just want to white knight that and go, fuck this guy. He's a spoiled white guy. He doesn't get and that may be even true, but that doesn't even address the reality of what we're talking about, which is what I attempted to do. And again, have whatever opinion you want about that reality. And again, I don't know if it applies to pilots, but it is a social phenomenon I have observed in America, and very few people will talk about it.
Possible. But he could also be someone who got it because he fit the DEI demo. So there is that wariness and suspicion that happens because we don't know. We don't know. Now, if you have a white male pilot, you know that he has the job based on merit because there is no program, there is no policy, there is no initiative explicitly trying to increase the number of white males in the industry. So he couldn't have gotten a job because of DEI. That's one of the ironies here, is that all you're doing this because you want to have fewer white male pilots or whatever, but you're just making people, although you are decreasing the number and you're taking opportunities away from people that are otherwise qualified, which is horrible. In a way, you're making people biased in favor, even if they won't say it out loud, the way that Charlie Kirk did. You're making people biased in favor of white male pilots in a way that they would not have been otherwise. But now they are. Because okay, they're the only ones who, especially now, if they got that job in spite of all the DEI, you're a white male and these industries are not interested in you and you still got the job, well, then you must be super good at your job, that you still got it. So that's what's happening here. And what you might be picking up on is that, yes, DEI has the side effect of calling into question the skills and competence of everybody in every demographic except white males. And also Asian males in most of these industries too. So that's it. It's white males and Asian males in most industries are the only ones who are not called into question now because of it. Whose fault is that? It's not Charlie Kirk's fault. It's DEI's fault. If you don't like it, I don't like it. Well, get rid of DEI, get rid of affirmative action in every form, and then all of this goes away. Then this is not an issue anymore. But but that's the only way. Get rid of when it comes to hiring and recruiting in any industry, what you do is you state outright, we don't care about race or gender. It doesn't matter to us. We're just looking for the best of the best. That's all we're looking for. United could come out and announce our one single goal for recruitment is to have 100% of the most qualified people, period. And we do not care what they look like. United announces that and actually enacts it, then, right? And none of this is an issue anymore. But if they won't, then it remains a live issue.
That's just racism.
Like seriously, lovelies, I was not even able to put up so many stitches because people that was responding to him were just, and I was just able to get this little speech, like little response or stitch from people. Like, how could he ever even think about that? Like, what does he supposed to mean by, he could not even enter a plane when it's a black person that's flying it? Or what does this suppose? Is it that qualification has now got to do with someone's color? Is it that qualification is now measured by someone's color? Like, when someone is actually not of a certain color, that means that this person is not qualified to do a certain task, even without using the main qualification who was supposed to, where someone was supposed to use it. Like, I don't know how being qualified to do a certain task in any professional field has to be in line with someone's kind of skin colors and all of this. Like, seriously, when he said this, do you know that Skandia Owen actually stitches and was agreeing to what he was saying, which I even have her videos and so many stitches, so many people stitch to this video, guys, and which I'm gonna be posting after this video. This was gonna be the first part, and the second part where Guardian was actually replying and saying, okay, that he actually understand and he believes and he knows exactly what he's talking about. Like, I'm just like, are you serious right now? How could you compare someone's qualification or someone's job descriptions in terms of the person's skin color? How does this align? How does it align? There are so many professional pilots out there. Like, is it because these people are not even opportune to get into this limelight? That's why it's as if these people are not qualified, or because maybe of their skin colors, or what have you? Are you, Charlie? You don't even see anything wrong with that? You decided to come on your whatever podcast you're doing, to come your days that that when you see someone of this color, automatically makes this person not qualified to be a pilot. And this second guy that actually stitched the video of a white guy responding to his way, and she's was trying to give us the side of view where he was trying to come from. Like, just because of the system, the way the system has projected people of color to look like, okay, they are less of qualified to do a certain task, or they are not opportune to get to that level at which other people of majority have gotten. So because of this, they are not qualified to get into some professional levels that will make any one of them to be comfortable anytime someone of this particular color is flying them. Like, seriously? Like, oh my goodness. So these people actually know exactly what is going on. This system that have started long before, long before, trying to take these people not to be in a certain level where they are supposed to be. Like, they actually know exactly what the system is all about, and they are encouraging this. Young people have made a lot of people of color not to ascertain where they are supposed to be, or because of the way they look or the way the color of their body looks. So because of that, you have deprived them of so many educational or what have you think, and this have made you in conclusion that these people can never attain to this kind of level, or because of maybe the background or the history or what you guys have done. Because of that, they cannot ascertain in this kind of level because they are not exposed to that kind of knowledge. Like, when I saw this on my For You, I was like, I'm not gonna post because I wanted to just reduce the level at which I post something like this, but I could not even help it. I couldn't help it. This man was the same person that said that the reason why is as if black men actually often go to jail or commit crimes and all of that, or it's because they don't have parents, or they're not brought up well or something like that. He is always spilling stuff with his mouth, and this one just got me thinking, like, there are a lot of professional, people of color pilots out there that you can actually trust. And what baffles me more is that Kandia was actually approving his statements, trying to say that she cannot also feel comfortable in a plane whereby a female pilot is. Like, how could people, like intelligent people the way they are, people, a public figure like them, will just come out and spill all of this? What do they even expect the people or their followers, what do they expect them to do if they should have this kind of IQ? I don't know why someone's color have to do with the person's personality or the person's professionality, or what the person have really achieved. The person's color should be a limit to what the person, to someone's goal. How is it that we ended up in this? How did we end up here? To compare someone's level of education, level of understanding, level of professionalism, and like we need to compare this person with the person's color. Then when you are of certain color, oh my god, you're a professional, you are good at what you're doing, and we don't care if you graduated, we don't care if you did anything, or if you went to the trainings and all of that. As long as you have this kind of posture or your kind of color, you are a professional or a professional. And when it's now in terms of another kind of colored person, and no matter the qualification you have, no matter this level of understanding, the level of schools, training, degrees, since you have this color, you are not qualified. Like, how is qualification or someone's educational background does it have to do with someone's color? Okay, they were like, the other white man was like, he's saying it a point of view whereby the system already made it in a way whereby people of color, Hispanic, and all of that are limited to some certain educational level. Like, so you people know exactly what you were doing. And when someone decided to, no matter how you try to prevent someone from being success, and this person decided to stand up to his or her feet to be successful, you people will still drag this person down and still make this person feel less, no matter how strong, no matter how this person have struggled to come up. Like, oh my goodness, seriously, love this. When I saw this, I was like, oh, like, why was some people have a very big platform and use it to just, I don't know, like, seriously, these are people listen to, people listen to, people go to their programs, listen to their podcast and all of that, but they are not using it in another way. Like, seriously, I'm so shocked. I was so shocked to even see Kanye's trying to agree to what this crack of a guy was saying, which I'm going to be posting after this video. How could someone's qualification be compared to someone's, skin color or what have you, or whatever you want to put it like that? Anyway, lovelies, what do I know? They know exactly the system. They know how the system has been projected. They know how they must have, put all this in place, since they see that what they have done to this kind of people is not working, so they're just using this kind of propaganda to make people to, okay, I think he's saying the truth. I think I need to be scared of when I see a panel that is not. Like, seriously, these people are still professionals. These people are still people that are capable of delivering. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, guys. Please share this video. Leave me your own thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe if you're yet to do that. And I will see you lovelies when I upload my next